Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic, and it's the 29th of July. In 3 days' time, that'll be the first of a new month, and what that means for Patreons is there is new content for them, and we are keeping up the run of Sudoku hunts. This is great news. We're going to get, we've got a hunt called Heatwave by Gruckles, who's done a few videos, puzzles for videos that have been very hard. Now, these aren't as hard as those, but maybe a tad harder than Jovial's. So get your Sudoku solving gear on for the first. Make sure you're joined up to Patreon. We will probably have some sort of prize draw at the end of a period for this one as well. It's 9 or 10 Sudokus. I have tried them, but I don't remember the exact number. And they're epic. I mean, it's going to be really good. So do think about joining Patreon if you haven't already, or continue renewing. Of course, that's the way to get the extra content there. And of course, you can always get our apps as extra content. They're all available on the link under the video as well as merchandise, the Sudoku Pad app. We're doing setter videos every so often. I don't think we've had one this week, but we are also doing podcast episodes. There should be a final one of those from the first series to come soon. I'm not sure, again, exactly when that'll be, but keep watching the channel. We do generally post those in the morning. There is also, of course, a solution video on Patreon for the $3 patrons to the Jovial hunt for anybody who got stuck on some of the harder ones in that. Now, today's puzzle is by somebody who used to be known when he set puzzles for the channel as Thomas Prestopnik, possibly even once as Tom Presto, but now goes by the name of Walking Writer, which is where you'll find him on Discord and in the comments section of these videos as well. And very nice puzzles he's done for us too. This one is called Trapezoids, and Tom mentioned something about colouring in the email, so we shall see how this goes. Do feel free to give it a try on the link under the video. It's got an unusual rule for the line. So numbers along the line must alternate between odd and even digits. That's the rule for the line. The black and white dots are normal Kropke rules. So 2 cells connected by a black dot must have a ratio of 1 to 2. 2 cells connected by a white dot must have consecutive digits. Not all black and white dots are shown. And that's the rules. Do give it a try on the link under the video. As I say, I think this one's probably going to be manageable, but we'll see. Probably tripped me up now I said that. Let's get cracking though and see what we can do. So I'm just looking around. I was going to put a 2 or 4 in, but I've been trapped by this sort of arrangement on Kropke dots before. Remember, those two could be the same, which would be a bit wicked because it fools me every time. Anyway, I think all I can do is colour the line. So Tom was probably right about the colouring. So I'm going to colour all of those cells blue, and all of these cells, the other alternate ones along the line, orange. Let's hope I haven't got that wrong and done 2 blues in a row somewhere on a diagonal. It's always possible. Now, blue and orange would normally be my colour scheme, with blue being even, orange being odd. Now today, I don't know which way round they are. I hope they're not going to be wrong. Now look, we've ended up with 2 sets of blue and orange on a black Kropke dot. Right. The only 2 even numbers, odd numbers that can appear on black Kropke dots are 1 and 3. So these must be a 1, 3 and a 2, 6 pair. So these other cells are 4, 5, 7, 8 and 9. So one of these white dots that doesn't use 1, 2, 3 or 6 is going to use 4, 5. The other one is going to use an 8. And it's got to use a 9 because this can't be a 9. However, being consecutive to that, it can be a 7. And I think that makes this a 6. And now we know what odd and even are. Odd is... Oh, I've got the wrong way round. How am I going to fix that? Yes, I think I actually am. Sorry, excuse me while I mess around. I'm going to change the orange to green. I'm going to change the blue to orange, and now I'm going to change the green back to blue. So now I have the... you may be as familiar as I am with blue being even and orange being odd. We have done that in quite a number of videos before, and therefore I would get a bit thrown by looking for... You see, now I can immediately spot that we've got 4 blues in rows 3 and 7. And somehow if there'd been 4 orange, even though I knew they were even, I would have found that a lot harder to see. Just because of getting accustomed to orange and blue. Right, all the white dots, every time there's a blue on a white dot, there must be an orange next to it, because odd connects to even, and so on. So we can make that blue, that's blue, those are blue, that's blue. What have I missed? We'll get to that, I imagine. All right, down here, we've got 1 blue and 1 orange to go on there, so this has got to be the 5th orange. Up here, 1 blue and 1 orange, same again. That's the 5th orange. That's giving us 5 oranges in column 7, although actually not in column 3. Although that's because I've missed... No, hang on. What did I just do? I just coloured those orange, but they're actually blue, sorry. Right. That fills up the blues in box 6. Don't know here. I've got 1 blue and 1 orange to go in the box, but that's going to use up all 5 oranges. So that's blue, that's orange. It's row 5. That's why I lost symmetry. I've got the 4 blues in there already. So now I've got 5 oranges in column 3. Again, with the symmetry, this is 1 blue and 1 orange up here, to be resolved. Okay, I must know these. I've got 4 orange and 4 blue in that row. Yes. This has to be blue, because only one of those is. That's orange. Yes, this is all right. Now, what about these or these? Which is better? That's 1 blue and 1 orange. Yeah, because I know that that's a blue and an orange to be on a white dot, that's going to use up my 4 blues in the row, so that can't be blue anymore. And that must be orange as well. It's not so clear cut here. This could be a 1, couldn't it? With a 2 on either side. So don't think it's clear. Let's do some Sudoku now, I think. So that can't be 8, because it would need to be surrounded by 7 and 9, and 7 is there. That must be 4. And that is surrounded by 3 and 5. This even is 2 or 6. This is now 8, and going up the line, that can't go 8, 9, 10, so it must go 8, 7, 6. We get a 1, 9 there. In the odds here, we can do 5 and 3. The evens, I can't do anything. Those evens are 4 and 8. And, well, we can put 5 in there now. 4 must connect to it. 8 connects to 9. So now I know where 4 is in the blue in box 4. 1, 2, and 6 here. Obviously, only one of those is odd. 7, 8, 9 here. And only one of those is even. So I don't know about 7 and 9. So that's quite a lot of boxes 4, 5, and 6 done. Right, now, a black crop key dot there. Yes, this can't use 1 or 4. That has to be a 3, 6 pair. We know which way round. Not that way round from the colours. Orange is odd, blue is even. These 2 remaining evens are 2 and 8. This is 2, 4, or 6 because of that. But hang on a second, it can't be 6 on the black dot, that would be 3. So it's 2 or 4. This now, unconstrained. It can be any of 1, 2, 4, or 8. So can that. And that is not as helpful as I would have liked. This is 2, 4, or 6. That barely limits this cell at all. I mean, it stops it being 9, but these are from 5, 7, and 9. No, that can't be 6 because it sees that cell. So now This is 1, 3, or 5. This can't be 2 either because of this 2. So in fact 2 is definitely in one of these cells. And that's quite interesting because then it's not in one of these even cells. Is it quite interesting? It felt interesting. Oh, 6 is not in those cells, so 6 is in one of those. That's much more interesting because that's looking straight down at this cell, which becomes a 2. That is a 6. Down here we have 4 or 8 in one of these cells. So one of those is definitely a 2, and that's not a 2. That didn't really, again, help quite as much as I was hoping. 2 or 4 up here. Well, it stops that being a 2-4 pair. It also can't be a 1-2 pair because that would clash with that pair. So it's not 1-2 or 2-4. So it's either 3-6 or 4-8. But if it was 3-6, that would be the odd one, and this would be 6, and that clashes with that. So I think this has to be a 4-8 pair. And we can fill in which way round thanks to the 4 already in column 3. That gives us a 2 there, and I think we're away again. This now is blue. That's orange. This is 8. Swapping back and forth between Sudoku and colouring, which is the mark of a clever puzzle, frankly. 6, 8, 2. So one of these is a 4. And that means this is a 2. That's 8. Now, what does that do to this? It can still be 1 or 4. So I don't even know it's parity yet. But this can't be 1 or 4. If that's 1 or 4, this on the other black dot has to be 2 again or 8. So that's blue. Oh, it doesn't fix the column. Oh look, that sees 4 and 8 in the column and 6 in the row. So that is a 2, which fixes the 6-2 pair here. That's a 4, the last even digit in the box. This is now a 6-8 pair, which we can fill in. 8 must be surrounded by 9 and 7, and that means 6 is touching 5. A 1-3 pair here, which that white dot does nothing to disambiguate. 5, 7 are a pair there. That's a 1. 3 and 9 as digits in column 1. This is even. That's 8 for the row. That makes this 2. That doesn't resolve what this is, meanly. But 4 in the column now has to be at the bottom, so that does get resolved. It's even again. So we've got all the evens for column 6. We've got all the evens for row 9, which fixes this little domino, tells us where 4 is, which is there. One of those, I've got 2, no, these both have to be even. Yes, they do. Good Lord, okay. That must be the last even cell in the grid, and that the last odd to colour. So now we must be able to finish off all the evens. 6 and 2 there, 6 here, and all the evens are done. Now it is just a case of filling in the odds. That 3 resolves the 1-3. Maybe that was there earlier. Maybe I just didn't notice it. This can't be a 1 for 2 different reasons. 3 and 5 are a pair there. This is a 179 triple. 6, 8, 2. I'm missing something. I've got a 3-5 pair there. So these are from 1, 7 and 9. Oh no, hang on. That sees 1 and 9. So that's a 7. That can't be a 9 on the white dot. This can't be a 5 on the white dot. Is this going to get sorted out? It's hard to believe. Don't know. We've got a 1. Let's just keep going. We've got a 1-9 pair for the column there. That gives me a 1-9 pair in the row. So I can now fill in 5 and 3, 5 and 7 down there. This is a 1 or 9 as well. This could be any odd number, couldn't it? What am I missing now? 1-9 pair there. It must... on the white dot. There it is. 2 has to be next to 3, and that's going to disambiguate the rest of the puzzle, I believe, somehow. In this row we've got a 7-9 pair, so I could have spotted that earlier as well. Maybe. Well, I didn't. Still, 1, 9, 1, 9. 7-9 pair in the column, so that becomes a 5. That fixes 3 and 5 there. That fixes 9 and 3. What a lovely puzzle, the way it keeps feeding back on itself. Now that's 1 or 9 for the row, which forms a 1-9 pair in the column. 7, 9. This becomes 7. That becomes 9. That does this triple. That 1 and 9 is now resolved, and I think all of these 1-9 pairs are done. And we can say we're finished. And that's a really neat puzzle. I mean, not very difficult. Once you spot what's going on these black Kropki dots, that enables you very quickly, I think, well, with that as well, to determine the parities, but then actually filling them in. That's a fun exercise. I mean, that's a really interesting puzzle. Trapezoids, obviously, for the shapes that the green line makes, and a bit of a bow tie as well in some ways, but then I suppose a bow tie is made up of trapezoids. Thank you so much, as always, for watching the channel. Hope you enjoyed the puzzle. I'm sure you did. That was a cunning repeated pair there. And I shall see you again soon for more Sudoku. Bye for now.